Hello everyone. Today I will go and try explaining the Jewish Kabbalah. I will go over their practices, origins and their magic. Now Kabbalah is also spelled in various ways. This is the Hebrew word for tradition. It is esoteric Jewish mysticism as it appeared in the 12th and following centuries. Esoteric means intended for or likely to be understood by only a small number of people with a specialized knowledge or interests. Mysticism is the practice of religious ecstasies, a religious experience during alternate states of consciousness, together with whatever ideologies, ethics, rites, myths, legends, and magic may be related to them. This is also, in some cases, connected with the occult. Kabbalah has always been essentially an oral tradition, in that initiation into its doctrines and practices is only conducted by a personal guide, mostly rabbis, to avoid the dangers inherent in mystical experiences. Esoteric Kabbalah is also tradition inasmuch as it lays to claim secret knowledge of the unwritten Torah, divine revelation, that was supposedly communicated by God to Moses and Adam. Kabbalah provided a means of approaching God directly. It thus gave Judaism as a religious dimension whose mystical approaches to God were viewed by some as dangerously pantheistic and heretical. The earliest roots of the Kabbalah are traced to the Merkava mysticism. It began to flourish in Palestine in the 1st century after Christ, but it was practiced from 100 BC up until 1000 after Christ or CE, centered on visions such as those found in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, or in the Haikalot palaces literature, concerning stories of ascendants to the heavenly palaces and the throne of God. The throne of God is the reigning center of God in the Abrahamic religions, primarily Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Between the 3rd and 6th century, the Tree of Life, or the 32 Paths of Secret Wisdom, was developed. This is a diagram used in various mystical traditions. It usually consists of 10 nodes, symbolizing different archetypes, and 22 lines connecting the nodes. The nodes are often arranged into 3 columns to represent that they belong to a common category. The nodes are usually represented as spheres, and the lines are usually represented as paths. The nodes usually represent encompassing aspects of existence, God, or the human psyche. The lines usually represent the relationship between the concepts, as described, to the spheres, or a symbolic description of the requirements to go from one sphere to another. The nodes are also associated to deities, angels, celestial bodies, values, single colors, or combinations of them, and specific numbers. The columns are usually symbolized as pillars. These pillars usually represent different kinds of values, electric charges, or types of ceremonial magic. Now, the ceremonial magic of the Kabbalah is also called practising Kabbalah. It is considered permitted white magic by its practitioners, reserved for the elite, who could separate its spiritual source from the klipot. Bear with me, I don't know if it's the right pronunciation. I think klipot realms, which are the representation of evil or impure spiritual forces in Jewish mysticism. If performed under circumstances that were holy and pure, it is called white magic, which is practicing Kabbalah. The concern of overstepping Judaism's strong prohibitions of impure magic ensured it remained a minor tradition in Jewish history. Its teachings include the use of of divine and angelic names for amulets and incantations. Amulet, also called talisman, an object either natural or man-made, believed to be endowed with special powers to protect or bring good fortune. Amulets are carried on the person or kept in a place that is the desired sphere of influence. Now, the definition of an incantation is a series of words used in a chant, in magic, or used to cast a spell. The words chanted by a witch to cast a spell are an example of an incantation. Incantation can be used for any desired outcome or effect. Jewish Kabbalah is comparable to Egyptian Hermetism, Christian Gnosticism, Islamic Sufism, although of course differing in some aspects. Now, there's way more to the Kabbalah than all this, but it's a very difficult subject to study or learn. I will continue to expand my knowledge about it, and I might make an update in the near future. That's it for today. I hope you learned something. Until the next time. Goodbye.